Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel, and in today's video we're going to talk about mainly two stories and just briefly on one. So basically three stories, but two be more detailed than the other one. Those being Erling Haaland, Fikayo Tomori and Hakimi. Obviously there's been some developments, and for obviously Erling Haaland's come up with a couple quotes. Developments with Hakimi potentially, with bare people around now are saying the deal's getting close, so we're going to talk about that. And Tomori obviously officially leaving Chelsea Football Club. AC Milan have triggered the release clause of 28 million euros, which is 25 million pounds, that will rise to 30 million in probably add-ons and stuff like that. So if you do enjoy this video, people, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and yeah, let's get straight into this. So I'm going to briefly talk about Erling Haaland first. And obviously he came up with some quotes recently saying, when he hears the Champions League anthem, he enjoys it. He's been enjoying it for a couple years now, and obviously his dream is obviously to win the Champions League. He wants to do that, and we've all seen that he's been linked to Chelsea recently. There's been so many rumours of people saying he's agreed personal terms with Chelsea. Erling Haaland himself is interested in moving to Chelsea. He hasn't agreed personal terms. The negotiating fee with Dortmund is going to be difficult. In my opinion, I think we have agreed personal terms. And if we have agreed personal terms, I think that's massive, because people have got to understand, right? Erling Haaland, no, not Erling Haaland. You gotta realize, we're not negotiating personal terms with actually Erling Haaland. We're agreeing personal terms with Mino Raiola, who is representing Erling Haaland as his agent. So he's going to be the one who'll be talking about the bonuses. How many goals, if he scores, he gets this much. The wage bill that he gets per week, that standard wage he gets is alongside the add-ons, alongside all of these things. And you know how Mino is. He's a hard guy to negotiate with. So I think if we've done that, that's a massive step. Normally personal terms is like nothing. It's one of the easiest bits. But when it's someone like Erling Haaland and Mino Raiola, it can get a little tough. So the fact that we've done that is good. And obviously all we need to do is just try agree with you with Dortmund. You know what they want. It's going to be on 150 million they want. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that story later on. Now, I'm going to talk about Hakimi last, and we're going to get into Fikayo Tomori. Now, obviously, it has been confirmed today by Chelsea and by AC Milan that permanently Fikayo Tomori is an AC Milan player. And look, all I have to say is congratulations to Tomori. He has done absolutely fantastic there, and I had no doubt that he would do brilliant there. Look, people upset. I am too. I didn't want him to leave. I'll be so real. And I know a lot of Chelsea fans didn't want him to leave. I know that his whole fan base loved Tomori. This whole fan base actually loved Tomori. There was actually no agendas for Tomori from the beginning all the way until the end at his time here. Nope. You saw with Tammy, there's been bare people hating on him. With Mason, there's been bare people hating on him before. Do you know what I mean? Even with Reece, you've seen a section of fans hate on him. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He's around their age group. Do you understand? So, but he's somebody that the fans, since he came in, never put a foot wrong, as in wasn't shocking, and he had his moments in the Chelsea shirt, as in he made mistakes that a young 21, 22-year-old centre-back would make. And as a fan base, we wouldn't be overly critical of him. We would just, respectfully criticise him. And when he done well, we immensely praised him, rightly so as well, because, to come in at Chelsea and just play in the Premier League just like that, because at the time Rudiger's injured and he replaced Christensen in the lineup. It was just unbelievable from him. And if you want my honesty, and this is where a bit of sort of negativity comes into it, I blame this move on Lampard. Now, before you start coming at me, all of you, I'll tell you why. This AC Milan move was never ever supposed to happen, in terms of the way things went, in terms of what the plan was. And when you have a plan, obviously there will be bumps to it, and you'd have to sometimes change it. but sometimes you have to stick to your plan as well. You know, when Lampard was here, we all knew what the plan was with Tomori. The plan was get him on loan to an Everton, have a year of Premier League experience, come back and replace David Luiz. Instead, Lampard decided to fall out with David Luiz, despite David Luiz actually being our best centre-back at the time. Let's keep things real. We might make fun of him and stuff, but he was our best centre-back at the time, alongside Rudiger. Let's keep things real, people. Him and Rudiger had a good partnership. Let's not cap. So he fell out with him. Then he sold him to Arsenal for like 8 million. All of a sudden, Fikayo Tomori is thrown in the deep end. Fikayo himself takes it absolutely fantastically and plays really well throughout the whole season. Randomly gets dropped for pretty much half the season. Once Rudiger came back, he got dropped for half the season, and Christensen and Zuma were ahead of him for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't think that was fair, and I don't think he really like treated Fikayo right for at least half that season. And then we go into the second season, you know, Lampard sort of bottles it in terms of like deciding which centre-back needs to leave. Oh, he promises Fikayo Tomori he's going to get game time here. You know, he's going to play consistently. He's going to be one of the main centre-backs alongside Zuma and Christensen. Yeah. And then Thiago Silva comes in, you know, and he has to decide, oh, Rudiger. He decided last minute that Rudiger was going to be the one to leave. And then the club, and you think Rudiger's a joke, man. At the time, Rudiger's like, what? So you decide I'm going to leave. Why couldn't we have sorted this out earlier? The club try extend his contract by a year and send him out on loan as if Rudiger's some sort of dickhead or something. Rudiger ain't a dickhead. This guy's, no, he's not. So he said, no, I'm not going to sign the new deal. And that's when Chelsea tried to sell him last minute. And then all of a sudden, we go into the season. He plays Zuma and Thiago Silva, very good form. We all know Fikayo Tomori is the backup. Or Christensen, barely plays him, and then all of a sudden when the rotation happens, he picks Rudiger and just drops Fikayo Tomori randomly. And Fikayo Tomori even said himself, he during his time at Milan on loan, he even said, I don't know why Frank dropped me. He said he doesn't know why he dropped him. He said he needed to work harder. What was that about? You know? So because he wasn't playing any football for 6 months straight, of course he had to leave. And then that's when maybe you could say this is where the club's fault at. Why did they involve the loan with an option to buy? All Italian clubs do this. All Italian clubs do this. Let's keep things real. And you could just say, oh, but, you know, we could have just sent him to Leeds or Everton. Bruv, he doesn't want to play for Leeds or Everton. He wanted Milan. He wanted to actually go there. So how can we go against his wishes? He wanted to go there. He has a right to go there because he didn't get any game time here. So we had to involve the loan to buy option. Now you could say, oh, but it was too low. And yeah, I do agree with that. But in a way, I don't think the club really expected Fikayo Tomori to do as well as he did. To the point where my man actually dropped like their captain, Romagnoli, and formed a partnership with Simon Kerr, the Danish captain, which is unbelievable. And he helped them to secure top 4 place, and Milan were able to afford it. So I just pray Milan haven't conned Tomori, haven't made, because you know what? You know, these Italian clubs, they don't pay, buy options, you know. Bakayoko went on to Milan and Napoli. Done well at both clubs, never paid it. So for them to pay the Fikayo Tomori deal must be huge because these Italian clubs they don't do this. They don't do this. So I hope they haven't conned Tomori in terms of they make him feel good in terms of the environment, make him feel comfortable around the city and all of that stuff. And then all of a sudden you just drop him because whilst he was there flipping, you get me, Romagnoli is the captain, and you dropped him for Tomori. Now I hope going into next season, all of a sudden now Tomori is the third choice centre back, and Romagnoli and Simon Kerr are the 2 centre backs. That'd be so unfair on Tomori, and that'd be a con on Tomori as well. Tomori would get conned, straight up tricked, straight up. I'm telling you. So I'm hoping next season he plays consistently at Milan. I want Milan in the Champions League group stages. I want to play against him. I want to see a bit of him. Regardless, I'll watch him. I hope he does well. He'll have a top career. And I'm pretty sure Chelsea will be linked with him in a couple years' time, and he'll be another signing that Chelsea regret, just like the Lukakus, just like the Salahs, just like the De Bruynes. You get me. He'll be probably part of that list, and there's bare other players that have probably gone and they've done well. So yeah, good luck to Fikayo. I love you, mate. I know he'll never watch this, but if you do, I love you, Fikayo, and good luck, mate. Anyway, we move on to Achraf Hakimi. Now, obviously, CFC news page on Instagram posted a picture of Hakimi, and then he done this sign, and then the fire emoji as well. And somebody in the comments said, "Ooh, like, what is it happening?" And then he replied saying, "It's close." So, you know, when he says it's close, there's been bare reports with Hakimi saying that, you know, it's been 60 million euros plus one of Emerson and Marcos Alonso. Inter actually want Marcos Alonso. Personal terms have been agreed. All of this stuff, you know, all of these rumors have been flying around with Hakimi. Now, this is my opinion. The deal is going to happen, I think. I think the deal's happening. I think we're being PSG to the signing. And look, you saw my thoughts on it before, and I was so, like, against it. But when I think about it more, I'm like, you know what? Sure. As long as Tuchel is here for years to come, fine. Like, fine. I do not mind. But I've always said it, I don't want to see Reece James at right side of the centre-back consistently. That's something I'm going to stick by. I'll stick by that. And I'll stick by the Livramento thing. I will. And if you are going to come at me with points, then just watch my Hakimi video if you want to. But look, them points I made is for that video. For Hakimi, for tactical reasons, it's a very good signing. I just think the price is too much for a fullback. That is just it. Sorry. That's it. But this is the market we're in. You know, Ben Chilwell cost us 50 million. He at best is probably worth 40 million. João Cancelo cost City like 60 to 70 million. He's probably like under 50 at best. You know, these fullbacks should not be costing the amount they are. But this is the market we are in, so we have to accept it. And yeah, I'll take Hakimi, and I do like him. You know, I've never not liked him. I do really like him, and you know, I hope he does well when he comes and the deal's closed. I think, in my opinion, I think we've agreed personal terms with his agent. I think that was the easy part. And I think we have agreed a fee, but I think we're now including add-ons, you know, certain clauses in there. I think that's what we're doing right now with Inter Milan, because Inter have to sell. PSG are out the race because apparently there's rumours with Serge Aurier, you know, and even Florenzi that they might get him. So it leaves us coast clear to get Hakimi, and nobody else is getting Hakimi as well. So we have to get him now whilst we can, and Inter need the money. So the Hakimi deal is close. Yeah, guys, that's really it on today's news. Tell me in the comment section down below, what do you think of Fikayo Tomori going to Everton? Going to AC Milan? Are you happy for him? I am. Are you upset that he's going, like I am? You know, or are you just happy he's leaving? You know, get me? So, what do you think of the Hakimi news that the deal is getting close? Are you excited for that deal? You know, tell me why. And then obviously Erling Haaland as well. Tell me your thoughts on his quotes and, you know, the recent developments with him as well and all of that shebangers. I'll see you lot in my next video. If you do enjoy this one, like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, follow my social media down below, and share this video. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace!